Hi, Mrs. Likens and Mrs. Burnett's students. Today, for math, we are going to learn about fractions, and I'm going to teach you a couple of things about fractions. First, we're going to talk about equal and unequal fractions, and then we're going to learn how to read fractions. Okay, so have you ever had a candy bar that you're sharing with someone, or any kind of food that you want to share? And when you break it, it doesn't break in half, it doesn't break into two equal pieces. And then you think, oh no, I'm going to get the bigger piece or I'm going to get the smaller piece. So that is called an unequal fraction. Okay? So we're going to look at a couple of unequal and equal fractions. Equal just means it's cut in the same size pieces. Okay? And unequal means it's cut in different size pieces. So we're going to look at some shapes and see if they're cut in equal or unequal. Let's look at this one first. So this one is cut into two pieces and it's cut right down the middle. So it is an equal fraction. Okay, let's look at another one. How about this one? Is this one cut into equal pieces? Is this the same as this? Nope, so it's on the unequal side because it's not cut in the same size pieces. How about this one? Is this piece the same as this piece? Yes, so it's equal. It's on the equal side. Okay, and this one, is this piece the same size as this piece? Yes, it is, so that's on the equal side. Okay, this one's cut into two pieces. Is this piece the same size as this piece? Nope, it's not, so it's on the unequal side. How about this one? Would you want to get this much of a candy bar if someone else was getting this much? No, so those are unequal. They don't have the same size pieces. How about this one? It's cut right down the middle in half. Sometimes whenever you see something that has two pieces, we'll say it's cut in half. And this piece is the same size as this piece, so it's equal. How about this one? Is this piece the same size as this piece? Nope, it's not, so it is unequal. All right, let's do two more. This one, now this one is close. Let's look super close at it. Is this right down the middle? Is this piece the same size as this one? No, it's not. So it's unequal because it's a little bit to the side. Okay, and then this one, it's cut in half. And this piece is the same size as this piece. So all of these shapes are equal. They are cut into the same size pieces. And all of these shapes are unequal. They are cut into different size pieces. Okay? Now, we are going to look at some fractions. And first, I'm going to show you a fraction that is halves. Okay, so this is called halves because it's cut into two pieces. Okay, this is one half, and this is the other half. Okay, so this is called halves. Okay, and then this one is called fourths or quarters. Sometimes you'll see it as quarters, and sometimes you'll see it as fourths because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. So the red portion is 1/4. Okay, so that's fourths. Halves, fourths. Fourths just means that it is cut into 4 pieces, or quarters. Halves, cut down the middle. Fourths or quarters. Okay? Now, let's learn how to read some of these. Okay? So, fractions are really easy to read, boys and girls, if you know what's on the top and what's on the bottom. So with a fraction, there are a top and a bottom. And the top is how many are shaded. how many are colored in, and the bottom is how many there are all together. Okay? This is also called, let's not get into that yet. Okay, so the top are the ones that are shaded or colored in, and the bottom are the ones are how many pieces there are all together. Okay, so let's look at one of these. Let's look at this one. How many pieces are shaded? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 pieces shaded, so that one goes on the top. And how many pieces are cut all together? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 pieces all together. So this fraction is called 3/4. 3/4. Let's try another one. We always have a line. Okay, let's look at this one, C. The number on the top is how many are colored in or shaded. How many are colored in C? 1. 1 is colored in. And how many are all together? How many pieces are there? 1, 2. 2 pieces. So this is called 1/2. 1/2. This is cut into halves. Halves because they're cut down the middle. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do this one. Okay, so on the top, what goes on the top? What goes on the top? Say it out loud if you know it. What number goes on the top? The ones that are shaded or colored in. So let's count how many are shaded. 1, 2, 3. 3 are shaded. And how many are all together? How many pieces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is called 3/4. 3/4. Okay? So it's super simple, boys and girls. The ones on the top are what is colored in, and the ones on the bottom are all together what they are. Let's do a couple of these together. All of these are cut into fourths because there are 4 pieces. All of them are cut into fourths. It says, color the parts of each shape. So we want to make this fraction. Remember, the top are the ones that are colored in. So how many do we need to color in? 2. Yes, 2. So we're going to color in 2. 1, 2. And how many are all together? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So it's 2/4. Okay, how about this one? Remember, the top is how many are colored in. So how many do we need to color? 1. Yes, 1. So we'll color one of these. And how many are all together? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how many need to be colored on this one? Say it out loud if you know it. How many need to be colored? 3, because the number on top is the ones that are colored in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3/4. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do this one. Okay, how many need to be colored in on this one? Remember, the number on top is the ones that are colored in. So 1 needs to be colored in. And how many pieces are there all together? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces all together. 1/4. Okay, so let's recap. Okay, let's talk about what we discussed. What is equal? What is equal? Equal is when all the parts are the same size. All the parts are the same size, so it's cut in the same size, okay? Like this. Equal. Like this. Equal. Unequal is when all the parts are not the same size. When they're not cut the same, like this one. Or this one. Let's practice cutting a few. Because on your assessment next week, you're going to need to know how to cut circles and circles and squares into pieces. So let's cut this into 2 pieces. We want 2 pieces and we want them to be the same size. So we're going to cut them in half. So do you think that we should start over here? Oh, nope. We need to start in the very middle and cut it down the middle. There's one way we could cut it in half. What's another way we could cut it in half? We could go from this side to this side. So let's do that. This side to this side. Now, are these pieces equal or unequal? They are equal because there are 2 pieces and they are the same size. This is called halves. Okay, let's try halves with circles. Let's try halves with squares. Okay, squares. So we want to cut them in half. Let's see how we could do this. We could do down the middle this way. We could also do down the middle this way. And these are equal. This side is the same as this side. This side is the same as this side. Okay, we're going to try fourths now. If we have fourths, we want there to be 4 equal pieces. 4. So let's do this. Okay, if we cut it down the middle, we're going to have 2 equal pieces. And then we would cut it this way and have, how many pieces do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces. That is how you make 4 pieces on a circle. Okay, 4 pieces or fourths. Let's try fourths on this. So we're going to try to cut it down the middle and then cut it the other way down the middle. How many pieces do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces. I'm going to show you one more way to cut it into 4 pieces. You ready to see it? Here's another way. We can cut it down the middle, and then we can cut it again and one more time. How many pieces do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all the same size. All the same size. So today we talked about equal and unequal, when the pieces are the same size and when the pieces are not the same size. We also talked about fourths when there's 4 pieces, halves when there's 2 pieces, and how to read a fraction. We're going to do some more of this practice on Seesaw now. So please go below and you will practice finding equal and unequal shapes and reading some fractions.